Everyone wants to sing with a belt voice. Okay, well, maybe not everyone, but I'm guessing you want to because you've clicked on this video. Perhaps you want to understand what belt singing is, or maybe you're searching for exercises here on YouTube that will help you to develop a belt sound. Well, stay tuned for the belt explanation and exercises you've been searching for coming right up.
Sound check. Check 1, check 2.
Hey there, my name is Dr. Dan and I'm a contemporary singing voice specialist. That simply means it's my job to help you realise the full potential of your singing voice. And I do that right here on YouTube every Tuesday and Thursday. Today being Thursday, we're going to do a deep dive into understanding and exercising the contemporary vocal technique known as belt. And no, we're not talking about that strap of leather that holds your pants up. Belt is the term we give to a highly energized sound that we hear used by many rock, pop and music theatre singers. Actually, the term belt is applied in different ways by different singing teachers. Now, the Dictionary for the Modern Singer notes that because the word belt can mean so many things, it is often a confusing term to discuss and difficult to define precisely. Indeed, belt can serve as a noun indicating the register or technique, an adjective describing the tone, quality or sound, or a verb describing what the singer is doing. Perhaps no other word in singing is so multifarious. It's this very same diversity of definition that my friend and colleague Tracy Bourne encountered during her doctoral research into belt. Tracy interviewed 12 internationally renowned singing teachers who each taught belt and asked them to define the term. Interestingly, and somewhat alarmingly, Tracy was given 12 different answers by her 12 different interviewees. I think this goes some way to and gives us some insight into why belt can be such a contentious issue among singing and voice teachers. We're all using the same term, but sometimes its meaning is lost in translation.
Sound check.
So before I give you 3 belt exercises that are specially designed to help you develop a belt tone, allow me to define how I apply the term. I often refer to belt as a healthy, sustainable volume. Essentially, I reserve the term belt for loud, healthy singing. So various hybrid uses of the term belt, such as soft belt and thin belt, don't get used in my studio. You see, mechanically, belt is a TA dominant sound, typically employed into the upper registers for both men and women. Now this means that the body of the vocal fold, the vocalis muscle, is causing the vocal folds to oscillate with a thick fold contact and a long phase oscillatory pattern. Stated simply, there's more surface area of the vocal fold coming into contact with its opposite vocal fold for longer. This being said, it's important to note that this long phase, often referred to as a closed quotient by voice scientists, should not be pressed or forced. But that's not the whole story, because belt isn't only formed by the vocal folds themselves. I know there's more to it. You see, the TA dominant upper register sound must then be passed through a vocal tract that has been shaped to fully enhance the tonal qualities of belt. And that's why in my studio I always teach the contemporary vocal technique of twang before I introduce belt. And I find it super helpful to think of belt as employing a highly energized twang. When we activate the key attributes of twang, a narrowed vocal tract, forward placement and reduced air pressure, alongside the mechanistic elements of belt, a TA dominant upper register sound, we have a tone that sounds something like this. Yeah!
Sound check.
Okay, so let's get super practical. I've got 3 activities that I think you're going to love as you seek to develop a belt tone into your own voice. The first exercise is going to help us establish the correct muscle activation and register balance for a belt sound. Now, I want you to say the word never. Can you hear how I'm using the N, to establish a forward placement to the tone? Have a listen again. Never. Notice also that I'm sitting the pitch of the word in a comfortable position for my voice. Now, your comfortable position is most likely different to mine, so when you do this at home, try to find a comfortable middle of the road pitch for your voice. Have a listen again. This time I'll repeat the word, being sure to maintain a consistent pitch. Never, never. Next, we're going to say the word never 4 times, followed by the word no. Here it is. Never, 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 no. Did you notice how I'm not overdriving the voice with too much pressure? I'm allowing the clear, focused resonance of twang to enhance my volume while I maintain an even flow of air. Also, it's important to get a sense of where the voice is placing when you do this exercise. Now, I sense my sound being very forward in the mask. It kind of sits along the hard palate. Now, your sensations might be slightly different to this, but aim for them to be in a similar forward position. Actually, the whole purpose of the first spoken activity is to correctly position your voice for the second activity, which is sung, using the same sentence, never, 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 no. We're going to sing the 5 words over a descending 5-note pattern. Have a listen. Never, 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 no. Never, 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 no. Never, 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 no. The idea here is to maintain an evenly balanced voice that is slowly but surely singing higher. It's really important, however, that you don't allow the voice to transition into your upper register, your head voice. We're seeking to activate and develop the strength and dominance of the TA muscle, the thyroarytenoid muscle. And in order for that to happen, we can't allow the voice, in this particular case, to transition. Now, that exercise, Developing Belt, is found on my exercise CD, Dr. Dan's Voice Essentials. So too is the next exercise, Developing Belt with Free Movement. You can download the individual tracks or the entire CD via the link below.
Sound check.
The third exercise is a significant step up in difficulty. Have a watch and a listen first, and then we'll talk it through. No, 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 no way. No, 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 no way. No, 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 no way. Now, the whole point of this activity is the development of a well-balanced belt mechanism. The slurred movement requires the voice to move without tension across the range of a fifth. The exercise is purposefully designed to tempt the voice to activate with tension. It's our job to manage that temptation by subtly adjusting the air pressure throughout the slur. Your voice is most likely going to want to push into the top note, but I want you to practice the counterintuitive reduction of pressure through the ascent and reactivation of pressure through the descent. Again, don't take this exercise past your transition. When you first start with this activity, you may well find that your voice wants to transition earlier than you might desire. So when you work with the 2 sung activities, establish where your point of transition is, and then slowly but surely require the voice to stretch higher. For example, if you're a female whose voice naturally wants to transition at G4, try to exercise the voice by withholding the transition up to A flat chord. Just like learning to do the splits, it's important that we stretch the voice and its musculature out over an extended period of time. As always, the safe and healthy rule of thumb, take the voice to where it's comfortable, plus 1 or 2 semitones. Now, many of you have been asking for a video about belt. I hope this answers your questions and provides you with some helpful activities as you learn the fundamental skill of belt. I really do encourage you to download the tracks from my website. I know they're going to help you to develop a belt tone. I'm always keen to hear how you're going with your vocal development, so be sure to leave me a comment below, letting me and the wider Voice Essentials community know how you're finding the belt exercises. And if this is your first time, if you're a first-time visitor to Voice Essentials here on YouTube, g'day, welcome. Allow me to invite you to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Each and every one, and there's over 100 on the channel already, are designed to develop your voice and improve your sound. I hope my channel proves to be a beneficial resource for your voice and your singing. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.